Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. It's been a long time since I've uploaded, about 2 months or so, and today we're going to be talking about Elsa Gate, one of YouTube's biggest lapses in judgment in my opinion, and I'm sure everyone else's to be honest. Now I know a bunch of other YouTubers have done a video about Elsa Gate in one point or the other, but I wanted to offer a bit of a hot take, and just to refresh everyone's mind in 2020 about 3 or 4 years after the controversy was in its prime. So I'm pretty sure we all know a general basis of what Elsa Gate is. You know, the Spider-Man Elsa videos classic. I think Ethan Bradbury and the Bradbury brothers were a part of it for a while, but I don't think they were too involved. I don't know. That was just one of the instances I saw. So the earliest sighting of Elsa Gate was in around 2014, but at that time it really wasn't considered to be anything bad. It was just, bizarre, kind of cryptid content that kids could find funny and the such because kids watch a lot of animated weird stuff. You remember Johnny Johnny Yes Papa? That was a kids video and it was one of the biggest memes of 2016 or 2017. And personally, I can remember my little sister watching those types of weird ass videos on the internet. But I really didn't think of it as anything less than weird ass kid videos on YouTube, which I mean, a lot of people thought they were just weird ass videos on YouTube that only kids would watch, right? But in June 2016, the year 2016, one of the last years everything was decent. And I say decent because 2016 was still a shit year, but that's besides the point. But in June 2016, The Guardian published an article about the channel Webs and Tiaras, which was apparently created March of that same year, 2016. And Webs and Tiaras was that Elsa and Joker weird ass shit, and apparently it was like the third or second biggest YouTube channel on the platform with around 1.7 billion views. Right, and that was in about 2 months, which is absolutely insane. That really showed how susceptible kids and the younger population were to weird ass shit on YouTube that they'd never seen before. Elsagate got its infamous name from Elsa, one of the most prominent Disney characters of all time, a character from Frozen that is oddly enough in so many of the Elsa Gate videos. Right, they had a lot of crossovers like Spider-Man Elsa, Marvel Elsa, and it was really weird for its time. Personally, I don't understand any relation between Marvel and Frozen other than they're owned by the absolute conglomerate that is Disney. And a lot of people thought that people were using bots like click bots and view bots and sub bots to get all of their views, but they weren't. It was just the kids and the youth of that year. And that says a lot about the parents who just did not pay attention to anything of what their kids were watching. And when they did, they found out their kids were watching weird ass shit on YouTube and probably stuff that scares adults more than kids. And the weird thing is, kids thought that was normal or funny, which it absolutely wasn't. It was just kind of cryptid in a odd sense. An amazing YouTuber, Memulus, made a video about this a while ago, and he found a video called Mickey Mouse Baby in Gas Explosion or something along those lines. It doesn't exist anymore, except for a bunch of reposts that keep getting taken down repeatedly. And most of these videos were toilet humor. Some of them, I won't say most because most of them were pretty evil, but some of them were just, fart humor, toilet humor. But it really did cross a line from being toilet humor to being softcore dark humor. And that is a new term coined by me, I think. And the parents who did find out a little too late found that their children were traumatized by the videos. And I say traumatized like that because I don't understand on YouTube and YouTube Kids, especially YouTube's Kid because that's a kid app, right? Where they pay so much attention and so much money in their filtering AI system to weed out all of the bad that they let all this through, right? Now, this is around the time of the adpocalypse, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know. And the adpocalypse was just a terrible time for YouTube creators because if they said anything off color, then they would get demonetized and their entire way of living would pretty much be all but destroyed until they would get their monetization reinstated after basically getting a striptease from YouTube in a sense. Or a knife to the throat, basically saying if you don't conform to our rules, we're gonna gently force you off of this platform that you've spent so long working at and building your channel, getting views. So it was just a shitty time. And around August 2017, YouTube finally did change their guidelines and they said kind of a weird thing, right? They said that creators would no longer be able to monetize videos that said that creators would no longer be able to monetize videos that quote unquote said made inappropriate use of family friendly characters, end quote. Which basically means if you turn Mickey Mouse into a stripper, that you'd probably get demonetized for that. Or if you turned Elsa into a fucking badass with a machine gun, you would get demonetized for that. And that's when all this age restriction stuff got implemented, such as kids not being able to comment, as well as the mini player not being available for some odd reason. I don't know why they would absolutely tactical nuke the mini player, but they did. And they also restricted dangerous acts of adults being age restricted, which I can understand. But age restriction also means demonetization, I think. Please don't quote me on that. But if a video gets age restricted, I don't think you are able to get monetization anymore, which is kind of ass for like people who do stunts and shit. And YouTube went on a whole war on ElsaGate, and they deleted over 50,000 channels and 150,000 videos and turned off comments for even more than 600,000 2,500 comments. That's a lot of fucking tactical nuking. And what really pissed a lot of people off, including myself, is the amount of money that these channels making videos exploiting children and borderline traumatizing some of them. And a lot of people claim that these made millions and millions and millions of dollars, which is absolutely insane. Because think about it, the average American makes about $2.1 million, give or take, in their entire lives. These people probably made around 10 or more lifetimes of money, most likely more. Now, going on to another topic, you remember Daddy 05? I'm pretty sure we all remember that sick motherfucker who claimed it was a joke to verbally abuse his children. Right, we all know the famous Cody. A while back in 2019, Mike and Heather, the parents, fucking made a website and they had a monthly subscription fee of $5. And they streamed gaming videos and they had Cody come back and they claimed when they deleted it that they needed a break from the public spotlight. They are acting like they're some sort of huge hits when they're probably one of the most hated families on the entire platform. And the father, Mike, apparently has a SoundCloud, which I kind of want to check that out, to be honest, because I think it'd be pretty poggers if that guy made music and we just all shit on him for it. Because, I mean, if you verbally abuse your children, you probably verbally abuse the mic too. Please don't hate me. That was just a joke. I think their kids have a YouTube channel, but I'm really not quite sure. And I think they're still on probation, which is absolutely hilarious that they're not free of what they did even in 2020. I say hilarious as a good thing because I mean, if I was verbally abused, I would want my parents to be punished for it for a while. I mean, despite all of that, I do feel like they do care about their kids, even though they did exploit them for money and completely verbally abuse Cody and the rest of their kids. But I do think after all of this, they had a complete lapse in judgment and they do want to be better parents, I feel, but really nothing makes up for what they did, to be honest. I mean, if I was Cody or any of their kids, I would probably be pissed off beyond belief, and it would take a lot for them to be forgiven in my book. All I can really hope is that they have learned from their mistakes and that they're better parents to their kids now, and they treat them with the respect that a parent owes to a child. And not even respect, really, common decency. And YouTube apologies have been memed on, and a lot of YouTubers' apologies are absolute dog shit. But their apology was pretty much the worst apology I've ever seen on this app. They basically, swept it under the rug, played it off as a joke, as most people would if they were in that situation. Most not upstanding people. Most scumbags, I mean. All in all, Elsa Gate was fucking disgusting for numerous reasons, and I am so glad that it's never coming back again, hopefully for the foreseeable future. And Daddy 05 for them, I never want to see them again on this platform, not even if they apologize extensively and show a real change. I just don't want them back on this platform because they've shown what money does to them, and I don't think they're even deserving of having a platform again. It's good to be back though. It's good to be uploading again. My new schedule is going to be Friday and Wednesdays, so definitely tune in for that if you're interested in hearing my opinion, which you're probably not, but I hope everyone has a fantastic day or night depending where you are. All right, see you guys.